Happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope you're having a good week so far. Last week included scaffolding activities and getting familiar with expectations. And now that we are into week 2, all submissions will be graded based on targeted goals and rubrics. So be aware of the expectations and reach out if clarification or assistance is needed. I am available for virtual hours to chat on Zoom. The first week, I do allow a grace period for delayed submissions. However, starting this week, all late submissions will be graded accordingly, and once grades are posted, they will not be adjusted without justifiable, legitimate reason. One exception to this is the assignment for social bookmarking, which was a snafu due to account setup issues. So at this point, due to the timeline, there is flexibility with this assignment on the due date and the actual online resource used. Some of you have already gotten off to a strong start, but if you are still floundering or baffled by what to do or confused, please consider one of these quicker, simpler approaches that may be just as beneficial. Number 1, create a basic Google spreadsheet with 5 categories listed with 5 digital resources linked for each category and a brief description. I have shared a Google Doc with an example in this week's announcement. Another simple app to collect resources is also eligible to be used called Symbaloo. However, this particular, we used to use this one, but and it's very easy to use, but it doesn't really allow for the different categories and annotation or descriptions. It just simply links to the site, but it could be more useful for quick resources. So instead, you could just create multiple Symbaloo grids for the different categories, or even one for students to use. There's also a library database to search for other educators' Symbaloos already created, and you can just modify. I did provide an example also in this week's announcement. So that is, those are 2 suggestions to simplify the assignment since we're coming to towards the middle of the week, and this assignment is due at the end of the week. And the idea really is to the whole purpose of this web portfolio of digital resources is to give you time to research for new, out of the box, innovative, step it up a level digital resources to use within your classroom or for your own professional development, like videos, tutorials, podcasts, things like that. So that's the purpose. And if we modify it to meet that need, then you will still benefit in this course. Now, a little time for self-reflection. How are you doing with completing the assignments for this week? Are you on board with your initial post in the discussion board by Wednesday? Those of you who have posted are initiating some great discussion points. Continue sharing your reflective and insightful thoughts on instructional technology, pedagogy, and best practices. But it's very important to get this in by Wednesday, because otherwise it's a disadvantage for us who want to read and reply. We need time to reply and collaborate. This is an extremely important part of the course, even though the points are minimal. Number 2, are you clear on what to submit for the social bookmarking assignment and screen recording? This is the week to take time for the researching and adding the web tools to your repository, whatever application you use, as long as it's digital. The goal is to provide time, and as I'll reiterate, to find the new digital resources helping you as an educator, and also to try out with your students. And that being said, with so many apps come and go, and I even have to admit that a few of the websites I've provided, even though I spent time updating this course, they have some outdated apps on them. I reviewed again last night. I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, some of these apps are old and they appear to be fresh, but they need to take those off the web. So I spent a few hours this week combing the web to find specific tools for educators that just take teaching and learning to the next level. And A few of them I've linked in the resources and reading folder. Unfortunately, the timeline might not allow for the learning curve. Therefore, I'm allowing for tremendous flexibility here as long as you can meet your own needs and the needs of your students for teaching and learning. And that's really what this course is about, providing you with that opportunity. Think about, have you started creating your own VoiceThread presentation? Don't wait till the last minute. For your 5 top resources, including new ones you've discovered. We don't want to hear about the ones that we all know, Google Docs, things like that. Check this screencasting recording that I've also linked in this announcement. What is expected and some helpful tips. There's a rubric also attached in Canvas, so please review the rubric. And if you want the full points, you have to complete whatever is expected there. All right, so looking forward to seeing your creations. Enjoy the sunshine today. Contact me with your questions or if you have any issues.